Okay, good, because I'm nervous. I don't even know why, because I've told this story thousands of times, but this is all the times I've told this story. I feel like this is a special time, you know, getting ready to get married.
BlackPeopleMeet.com, y'all. Christian Mingle is not where it's at. No, I'm just kidding.
We actually first met, we were both in band together at North Carolina Central University, Eagle Pride. And I met him, you know, while we're in band, but that is not when we actually started, you know, dating.
So actually I was in grad school and she posted a picture on Instagram, and this is like right when IG got like the DM, right? But I'm bold about mine. So I put it in the comment section. I was like, okay, chocolate, I see you. Put the little Hershey emoji joint on there, and so in their DM, I was like, hey, let's connect.
I always thought like he was very attractive. I just didn't think at the time that he was really checking for me, you know, like I think back then being so young, you know, you don't always, as a woman, you're trying to figure out yourself, you don't know your worth and all the things. And so I just feel like at that time, even though I thought he was attractive, I just really wasn't thinking he was maybe like interested in me per se. And so, but let him tell it, he was interested the whole time.
So I gave her my number and I was like, hey, text me, you know what I'm saying? She gave me hers. So I reached out immediately, you know, and at this time, this was like when catfishing was still like a thing. And so like I sent a picture of myself so she knew it was me. So a day goes by, 2 days go by, about 7 days, y'all. Seven days goes by. I hear nothing from this woman. And I'm not a big double texter when I'm shooting my shot. It's a one and done, okay? Steph Curry, 93 feet. It's either going in or it's not. And I didn't hear from her. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put my pride aside. I'm gonna double text. So I did. I sent a little double text. And but I didn't send a picture this time. That's a key detail. We'll get back to that in a second. Immediate response back. Hey, like, where you been? And I'm sitting there like, I know. I probably shouldn't cut because people, parents is watching, gonna watch this. But I was like, I know this. Insert beautiful young lady. Didn't not respond to me for a week. And now all of a sudden, hey, where you been in me? And I was like, hey, like I text you and I sent a picture. She's like, oh, my phone is so old, I can't get picture mail. What? Right. Yeah, I feel the same way, people. I feel the same way. So finally we talk, whatever, and so I plan to go see her, and so that's officially how we met.
Well, I remember our first date. Our first date was really supposed to be an ice cream date, because when he dropped in my DMs, that's what he told me.
Let's connect. Let's go get ice cream.
But that's not where we really went.
We've been on plenty of ice cream dates at this point in time, and so, baby girl, if you can get ice cream by now, Amazon Prime Day, we happened a couple days ago. We can order our own ice cream maker and figure it out. But we have gotten plenty of ice. Don't let her lie to y'all. Don't let her lie to y'all. Okay.
We ended up going to out to eat and to the movies. We actually spent most of our relationship, a lot of people don't know this, but we spent our time always like on the road or doing things. And so he was at an internship in Kentucky and I was here in North Carolina. And so we were remote at that point. We were doing, what is it called? Was it Facebook? I think it was FaceTime, but we were doing it on the computer at the time. And we would just be on the phone for hours upon hours for those like 2 to 3 months. And so once he came back from his internship is when we had like our first date, if you will, but it ended up being like a week in Wilmington, because that's where he was going to grad school at the time. And so I went down there the week before my birthday and spent a few days down there before I, linked up with my girls for a trip to Atlanta.
Our first date is the first one I also meet her parents. Right. Yeah, wouldn't recommend that for like the first date. It's also awkward telling somebody's dad like, hey, I'm taking your daughter away for like a week as our first date. Like that's a lot to go through at one time. So, but we're here. We survived. Shout out to that. And so we went to Wilmington, and you know how it is. Like you're trying to figure out like, is this gonna be what it's supposed to be? Like it's gonna hit? Like I don't really know. Whoop-de-whoop. And so
I went there, spent some time with him, and so we had like a series of like different things that we did for, if you will, first date. So like I said, dinner, movies. We went to the beach while we were in Wilmington and stuff like that, and just got a chance to reconnect or connect better at that point, because we had been talking like over the phone. And when I say over the phone, like all day, even while he was at work, he had me on the phone, and it was like the entire 2 to 2.5 months. And then once he came back from his internship is when we actually physically saw each other for the first time. We
went to this Asian restaurant, which was really cool, downtown Wilmington. I can't think of the name of it to save my life right now. Yosaki, that's what it's called. Yosaki, right down off Main and Front Street. And I had booked a boat afterward, but I didn't tell her. So we go get some food, we go back to the crib, change clothes, say, all right, I got one more surprise for you. She's like, all right, cool. And so she always talked about being on the water, loving sunsets, whatever else. And so I booked us a nice little boat tour down on the Wilmington River. And it was really special, man. Like we got some good pictures from it. It was like, and that for me kind of solidified, like, all right, I think I really want to try and invest in the shorty to see if she's really, something that can be long term. Spent the week together, and it's funny because once the week was over, she was going on a girls' trip to Atlanta for her birthday. So I can only imagine the stories that were told in that car ride. So any of you who were on that trip, feel free to give me the details, because she would not tell me all the things. At this point, we locked in, never switching up. How the kids do it like this. So I need to know what happened. But the first day, man, it's special. But a week first day is something that's different, right? You don't typically go on that many dates when you first meet somebody. So yeah.
Not long at all. Like, I think for me, what really stood out was just how, even though we weren't together for those first 2 to 3 months, just how close I felt to him and how much time and intentionality he put into talking to me and like getting to know me in that way. Like, it really spoke volumes, because sometimes that you just don't always find that. Like, that's very special. And it wasn't like he was getting tired of it either. Like, he was really excited to get to know me and learn all about me and everything like that. And so, and it would be times where we would even fall asleep on the phone because we didn't want to hang up, So I knew right away that was just something that was so special. And also, like, how we would joke, and laugh at each other and, make banter and things of that nature. It really was like, okay, yeah, like, I like this guy a lot.
Obviously, God was a big part of our early on, like, getting to know each other, and so recognizing that both of our parents are pastors or have been pastors or ministers. We have grown up in church all of our lives. So yes, y'all, have been through the church hurt and then baptized again, and now have found my way back to Jesus. So I'm grateful for that. But to have somebody who's also had a similar journey, but that's also helped a whole lot as well. By the first 3 months, I knew. And then I think maybe like a year into our relationship, I was ready to already be here. But life happens how it's supposed to happen. And so, grateful to be where we are now.
I'll make a joke. He proposed to me twice. So when he asked me to be his girlfriend, we were on a beach trip with some friends, and it was actually that September of 2015.
She had already been putting pressure on me, y'all, to be my boo thing. It was like, if he don't ask me when we leave this trip, I don't know if I'm able to be with him. I'm like, girl, bye. Okay, like, have you seen me? Have you met me? You gonna put me back in the streets? That's crazy.
He pretended like he had hurt himself or fell or something, and so I was freaking out.
Oh my God, what's wrong? Like, my knee just gave out, babe. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Like,
he's on his knee and he's holding a ring pop.
I'm hurting, but I also want to know, will you be my girlfriend with the ring pop? Child, this thing still cries to this day.
And I was just like, I could not believe, like, knowing him, and everybody that knows him knows, like, that's in true Tim fashion. Exactly what he did is all him. But it was just funny at the time. Like, I really thought something was wrong the way that he, did it. And but he asked in a very special way. And even then I was just like, like, this guy is really special, because like most people would just like, you want to go together, like, okay, but he really took the time to just make me feel special and show how much he really truly cared about me and wanted me in that way to plan, and be so creative in a way. And so now, like, the ring pop is our thing.
When we got engaged, I brought the ring pop back and everybody was holding him. So shout out to y'all for holding the ring pops during that piece of life.
Holiday season, we spent the first, that was the first time away from my family, and that was a big deal. That was a big deal because, I'm the oldest of four, and I feel like, and I'm a girl, so, my parents are just kind of like, who is this guy that's, got you, now you don't want to spend Thanksgiving with us? Like, what's going on? So I spent, actually it was Christmas, I believe I spent with his family, and then he spent Thanksgiving with mine, and like I said, it was a very nice time.
There was never a moment where I doubted if the love and care and the openness to receive somebody was ever present. And that's something I really appreciate about her family. It's always a warm welcome. They put you to work now. So, be ready to come in there and get in the kitchen where mom dukes and throw down. But I've appreciated that time because over time I've learned that that's her mom's love language. She loves to cook and cater and do different pieces. Her dad is a true definition of a giver and loving out loud. So the man wears his heart in his palm, not even on his sleeve. Like, it is right there. You can see it at all times. Her sister is very warm. She is the fun bunch of the group. She's like me. We gonna get the party started. Like, it ain't gonna happen without us. And her brothers are very endearing. So, they have that protective nature, but not necessarily like what you see on TV. Something like, oh, you dated my sister, like, what's up? It's more like, oh, you dated my sister. Like, all right, well, as long as she's happy, she's taken care of, welcome to the family.
Our families honestly have so many similarities. Like, both of our parents are in the ministry, and that was something that we connected early on. We're both the oldest child of our family, so there's so many similarities that, are automatically, I knew it was going to be like a good fit with for both sides. So yeah, but it was pretty early on that we, that I went to meet his parents and vice versa.
As a black man growing up in a black household who've done a lot of black things, sometimes I think there's this pressure to just get married, figure it out, have the kids, get the job, and just do it all before a number, right? Let's just say 30 is the number. And so I think we kind of felt that early on. Like, we were like, man, like, we 6 years in and we still ain't.
So, y'all, I was like burning inside, like, okay, he need to come on, like, because I just felt like the connection, it's always been there, but it was so much stronger. And like, truly, I could tell that he really was ready for us to make this step, and I was too. Like, I'm at a place where I was like ready to get married, ready to start that next journey in my life. But I wanted to do it with my person, and with other people, it just never seemed right, But with him, when it just feels that. You feel that connection. It's just undeniable, no matter what. You can try to find it with other people, but when you meet your person and it's God ordained, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's it's right.
I wish I was making this up, and people who know her, your friends and your family, like every other week, it was like, a year, okay, like 10 months, okay, like July. Okay, what are we waiting on? Like, what are you waiting on, Mr. Tim? Mr. Tim, what you waiting on? I'm like, you said a year. So in my mind, it's only March. I have time. But when I realized that, so what we did was we went ring shopping. I can't remember what weekend we went ring shopping, and I think that's when she started to recognize, like, oh, he's serious. Like, he's got a profile. He didn't ask me to leave and figure out pricing. Like, oh, this is a thing. And so, because she's so nosy, planning this process is the hardest thing in the world.
He took it back to where it all began. We went to North Carolina Central University, and he actually told me we were going on a date night. So he was like, we're going on a date night, but this time I want you to get really dressed up. Like, I'm going to take you to a really nice restaurant. It's this restaurant that I really had been wanting to go to for a long time and had never been. So he got reservations there, and then he said we were going to do a photo shoot with someone. And I was like, okay. So he was like, yeah, make sure you get like really dressed up. So we I got dressed up and made sure everything was good, hair, nails. I mean, for me, that's what I do. I always get my nails done. So it wasn't to me, it didn't seem like there was anything really going on because, like I said, I was like, I always get my nails and hair done. We round the corner and like all of my family, our close friends, his family close friends were there. Everybody was in like brown and pink, shades of brown and pink, and it was just so beautiful. Like,
so watching everybody just like in awe of this moment is happening. And it was real. I was driving down here, and I remember I was thinking about like, you ever have a friend that you're just waiting for their moment to come, like you're waiting to see them just be pure happiness. And I remember watching everybody around looking at us both like, wow, they're finally at that pure happiness moment. They've arrived, and this is beautiful. And we're blessed to watch it and be a part of it, but also like they deserve it type feel. Like that's the aura that was coming about. And so I could tell on her face she was completely thrown off and shocked because we had lied to this girl good. I thought these are some good lies.
wow. I loved him because he honestly has like such a pure heart. Like he's a wonderful person. He loves to have fun. He challenges me, but in a way where we grow, you know, together, where we can grow together. He is a God-fearing man, and that's honestly the first thing, and I don't have to question it. You know, I know that he will always be there to support me and love me, and this is the way that he loves me. Like, the way he shows love, he understands how I like to be loved, and the way that he shows it is also a way that I accept it as well. And so moving forward, all the things that will happen in our lives, I'm so excited for. Like, I can't wait to see him, you know, be my husband and, you know, in that way, and be a father. Like, oh my gosh, I know that he's gonna be the ultimate dad. So, you know, just having a partner, a purpose partner that I like to call it, that can truly be there for you, that loves God and understands like we're on this journey together, we're choosing each other, and that God has somewhere for us to go.
She taught me that like it's okay to let somebody love you, and she taught me that love it's not a straight line, right? Love, it does this, right? And she does all of that and then some. And I can't imagine not being able to tell her I love her. Like, I think that's, in that year of time, that was the hardest thing to grapple with, was I may not ever get to tell this person again that I love them. And I'm not gonna cry on camera because y'all not finna say I was out here being a sap, but just know this thug tear, I'm holding it back real hard. But yes, that's what I would say.
My favorite thing about him is his banter and playfulness. Like, in any situation, he's gonna find the humor in it, you know, and I think that we need that sometimes when life gets hard. I love that about him. I love so many things about him, but the playfulness and the banter, it took me a minute. I wasn't always a fan of it just because I wasn't used to it. But getting to know him and like over the years now I can shoot the shot back at him too, as hard as he shoots it at me. And sometimes he's like, oh, okay, you got me, that was good. So I would say that's my favorite thing about him.
The thing I like/love about her would definitely be her patience with me. And not that I think I'm a person that requires a great deal of patience. I think because I'm just ambitious after the things that I want in life to happen, because I'm really about breaking these generational curses, and I'm really about just trying to set ourselves up to be, you know, better where our parents are. I think that's always the goal, is your parents pour into you. Good parents, let me say that. Good parents pour into you because they want to see you get beyond where they are. So her patience and her ability to affirm.
You're trying to get close to me?
Y'all see this, right?
Come on, scooch in.
Yeah, I got it.
Act like you love me.
I already told people why I do.
I know.
Yeah, big old butt. Okay. Egg the Stallion and Key the Wagon. All right.
Who is the best cook?
That's me all day,
Not even.
hands down.
It's a little strong there. It's a little strong.
I mean, on the grill, this the grill master right here.
The funny thing I think she would say that she loves about me or likes about me is my grilling skills, particularly around salmon, because she was real upset that she wasn't the first one that got to try it. But when she did, she was like, and this is why I love this man. But if you ever serve this to anybody and I'm not present or don't give permission, catch me outside. How about that?
He can lay it down on the grill. So
What's your favorite thing he puts on a grill?
the chicken.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is crazy.
I know. I do like it.
The chicken, that's her favorite thing? Okay. Chicken. Chicken.
I am in tears. Okay.
Woo! Y'all think I'm the comedian. She's hilarious. And I hope in this video conversation, the child is funny, low key. Okay, and she ratchet. She is she ratchet. She don't let it out though. But I really wish she could. So again, meet us with the shots and you will see Kiana turn Key real quick.
Thank you all so much, first of all, for being at our wedding and sharing our special day with us. You know, we definitely made it very intentional. Our list, like everybody that is there, holds a special place in our heart. And we're just so grateful to have everyone here witnessing our journey coming together as one. And special day. A lot of y'all have been waiting for the day a long time, and we are so glad that you could join us and be with us. Ready to party, ready to turn up. Looking forward to that. So, yeah.
So politically correct. Don't you love it? That was good. That almost seemed staged. Girl, you did a great job.
It's not.
We're gonna be honest. Listen, we're gonna get through the ceremony. It's gonna be beautiful. We're gonna make you cry. But listen, when I tell y'all, when I say I do, and they say announce it for the first time, if I don't see shots in people's hands, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, I'm excited y'all are here for sure. I invited you because I want you to partay. Okay, party, be ready to go. And listen, our Cash App, our Zelle, our PayPal, it's open for you.
Yes.
If you're wondering what to get,
Registry
cash.
is a monetary donation towards
donations.
our honeymoon and
moving, all the things.
Yes.
Like that's
newlywed fun.
That's why we invited you. Y'all got good jobs and good insurance, so we need all the things to benefit us our special day. But more seriously though, yes, all things that my beautiful boo has said. Now see, and chicken.
I love everything you make on the grill.
But chicken is the most. You said that's the most favorite thing.
I like your turkey burgers. I really like your turkey burgers a lot. You really do a great job.
Wow. I really want to dial this back. Woo, I hope you leave this in there.
I like making him stressed. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's stress. It's stress with me. But when they see this, boy, I'm like, woo. But this is my nuptials.
And cut. Awesome job, guys. Chicken bowl is hilarious.
That is crazy.
I know you wanted me to say salmon. I know. I know you wanted me to say it. But you know why I didn't?
What'd I tell you? Why? Why didn't you say it?
Because you didn't make it the first time with me.
Boom! Boy, I hope the camera is still on, because I'm telling you. Listen. Woo!
You didn't make it the first time with me, so I can't choose that. Yes, it's good. Your salmon is great. And those who have had it know it is. But you didn't make it first time with me, so no.
All right, come on. Let's get in the Greensboro so we can go do ratchet things with our friends. Great job, sir.